reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and bitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or prize. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickle. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. To these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like...
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Five weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Burrow out of the shotgun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
11 MT. Stop.
Play action now. Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go.
Second down now, 7 to go.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it third down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Gun.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Dot.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Butker knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Come on.
Play action now, Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Green. Omaha.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play.
And after all that running, he ends up out of bounds deep behind the line of scrimmage. Not even a throwaway. That's going to count as a sack.
You know, in that situation, as hard as it is and everything flying around you, you just got to get rid of the ball. You got to know where you are. Not just wide receivers, but always got to know the boundary. Running backs and quarterbacks do. Looked like we saw a little bit of panic. Hits going out for the sack.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
on 3rd and long. Avoid some trouble there. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Bengals are set up quite well for their next possession. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
12. Dot.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Pickup of 7, and they're going to need similar results now, 2nd and 13.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
11. Dot.
Burrow now against a blitz. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
11, Thomas. Dot.
Burrow back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 28. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
11.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Pass caught by Tate Dell. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
On 2, ready?
We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance.
Stop.
1st down, Burrow to throw. He's on the move.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Gun.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. They'll try it right with Brown. Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Here we go.
They've held him out twice.
11,
Here
90,
we go.
11,
3rd
90.
and goal. Now Burrow. Forced out to his right. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game. Fox now to kick this one away. And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Snared by the running back, here's Trey Benson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Trey McBride. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Fits it through the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Big X open, big X open. Buzz.
Back to the air, Murray. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back, and it sets up 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact.
Big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Got all of it, but no good. He needed a touch more to clear that crossbar. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
Well, that fooled me. He had it on line. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Brown on the inside give. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Here we go.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Stop.
From the red zone now. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
On 1, ready?
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Stop.
A give now to Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 1, ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Brown. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals with the football. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. This finds home, complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Buckle up.
12,
It's 3rd and goal.
12. Dot.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
On 2.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Dot.
Trying for it with Burrow. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Able to get it to Benson. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Hey. 2.
Murray here on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. So 2nd down coming up. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals make it a 24-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Murray. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, it's Murray. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now Kyler. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover, and that makes it 2nd and long.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Murray. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he nailed that one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Fox now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Murray looking to throw. He's on the move. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Murray. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Murray on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They snap it to Murray. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
Here we go.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. God.
Burrow from the gun. On the move, headed right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Just set. God.
On the ground, Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming.
God.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Butker knocks it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Fox now to kick this one away. This one not close to where it had to go. This drive is going to begin from the 40. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now a give. It's Benson headed right. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Omaha.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
A gain of 16 yards.
First and 10, Murray. He's got him, that's McBride. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Brought in close to the 8. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on.
Touchdown, Arizona!
Touchdown, Arizona.
And the Cardinals telling their offense to stay out there. We got a 2-point attempt coming here. Back to the air, Murray. Buys time, rolling right. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. God.
Burrow back to throw. Connection made to Dell. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1-1, ready?
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
God.
First down, Burrow to throw. Dell with the grab. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Brown on the carry. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Twelve. God.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's caught for the first. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Reset it downs for him at the 38.
11. God.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Fits it through the middle. Has room into the secondary. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 3-possession game. Tank Dell the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fox now to kick this one away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come back.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Gets everything he has under this throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Push.
Kyler looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
Murray here on 1st down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Gun. Dad.
A give left side to Brown. It's a pickup of 11.